Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to do a work in progress, and I'm going to color in this little bunny here. So this was actually like somewhat a request by Lindsey. She asked if anybody would could color a bunny or a rabbit, mouse. So I thought, yeah, it's a good idea that, because I'm also coloring in this page, and this is also a body color with Imogen from Coloring Kit, and this is from sketches, Journey Sketches, Wild Mouse Yururi's sketches of his journey. Yeah, so this is that by Makiko Inatome, sorry. And I've got a flip through on my channel if you have not watched it and you're interested in watching the flip through of this book. So this is taken from this page here. Yeah, this page here. So I was like, I did not have my second copy there, and I do not color on both sides. So it was actually on this side that I color in this book. So then I thought I printed it out. So yeah, so here we go. So, and let's get started. Maybe I'm going to tilt it. And the color that I'm going to use is a reference from the book itself, which what Makiko uses. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to zoom you in. Yeah, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Yes. And in her book, the rabbits and animals are a little bit of ochre color. So I am going to color the base with a golden rod. You can look for some brownish, yellowish color, like yellow ochre, something with ochre or brownish yellow color. So I'm going to use this golden rod, PC 1034, to color in the bunny's base. So actually in this picture, the strokes of the fur has already been done for you, so it's not so difficult to, you just have to use it as a guide. And there might be a little bit of a shadow because if I turn my ring light on, it's going to cause a lot of flickering. I'm not sure what's wrong with all this lighting thing. You see, if I turn my ring light on, see, it starts flickering, so I'm going to have to turn it off. Very sad. Hopefully it's bright enough. So I'm going to do his, shall I do his head first? Yeah, maybe I'll do his head. Yeah, I've got her, reference picture on my computer. So her bunny is a bit of a ochre color. All this lighting is like, some days, excuse me, some days is fine, some days is not. Yeah, it's so strange. And I'm just using the same lighting, same position, same lighting, different day. I mean, just that it's a different time of the day, but not sure, it shouldn't be a problem. But it seems to be making it a problem for me. So yeah, so I'm going to just color in super lightly, very lightly, just the base for his head. And I'm going to go in with the there she goes, using a little bit of darker color. So light umber. Light umber has a little bit of you know, more of a yellow tone to it, like you see, like this one has a more yellow tone. This one, brown burnt ochre, has more of a reddish tone to it. So I'm going to use things which have got a yellow undertone. Yeah. And just do this flicking motion. Flick, 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 flick. And things behind the ears, or behind, you know, things like that, you just go slightly darker. And I like to use, she was asking me what grays. Usually if in Prismacolors, I would use the French grays for animals. I like the French grays, but you could also use the grays, basically. I mean, just use any dark grays. This is warm gray 30. I'm going to just give it a sharpen. For animals and like organic things, I'm going to sharpen, sorry. Yeah, for animals and organic things, I would prefer to use warm gray rather than cool gray, because cool gray has a blue undertone to it, and it would make it look cold. I mean, like metallic, sort of like, you know, not like, it's not a living object or something. Yeah, so just flick this warm gray. This is warm gray 30, just to give it a shadow, sort of. And hopefully it's okay, because it's very frustrating sometimes of lighting and things like that. And pumpkin orange. It's also another one with a little bit of a yellow undertone. So just play around, flick it. Yeah, so I'm going back with this mineral orange. And basically just flick the pencils. And you get this effect of the fur, sort of. Now the birds are up. And yeah, the face, actually she did it with a little bit of a very light, so I'm going to use yellow ochre, very light color. So I'm just going to blend it in here. And his cheeks here are a little bit pink, so I'm going to color in with a deco pink. I mean, this is just a cartoon cartoon sort of animal, but anyway, it's just like, you know, flicking motion. And his nose, bunny nose. I'm going to use henna. Do I have henna here? If I do not have henna, peach will do. And a little bit of, I do not have henna out here. This one, this pumpkin orange, no, burnt ochre. Burnt ochre is fine. This one, what do I have here? This is pink rose. Burnt ochre. It's got a little bit of red in it. So when I mix this, it looks a bit like henna. Yeah, and just leave it here. Leave it white here so that it shows a little bit of sheen to it. Like, you know, his nose is shiny. Yeah, that's how it goes on her reference picture. Somewhat like that. So yeah, so then you just have to, you know, build it up, build the color up. You could add grays, French grey 70, or grey, you know, warm grey, that's fine. Yeah, so just flick it, flick. Warm grey. So if I'm going to use warm grey, it's fine. What color is this? This is sand. Was it sand that I used? No, eggshell. So sand. It's also one of the beigey colors. Yeah, and his eyes is actually black. I mean, like a dark color. So his eyes is espresso. She did his eyes, like, you know, here it's black, and this part here it's shiny. Yeah, looks fine. So espresso dark brown, just flick. Her colors are not that dark, so I'm just going to add more colors as I go. Even in the book, her colors are very faint and light. Yeah. So just add in the lines. Actually, she has got lines there already, but so, you know, I'm just darkening it a little bit. Yeah, and I'm just going to add more mineral orange over this line so that it softens the fur a little bit. It gives a little bit of illusion that there's fur on it, but still soften it up. Yeah, and giving it a little bit of a dark umber here and there. Now it looks a bit too dark here, so I'm just going to use like light umber or something, you know, to bring it all out here. Yeah. I think it's all right. It's a good thing I, you know, color this with you on camera so that I can still get my body color done as well. So thank you for joining me, actually, watching me color my rabbit, my bun. Just blend it all in. Yeah. And maybe a little bit of a pink hue here. So, let me see. Yeah, his body here, it's just white. She left it white. And by the way, the reference picture which I got is actually from the PDF she has actually given. Yeah, so I managed to get the PDF. And I think I did like, there's a line here. Must have, like, you know, I did an indentation here without realizing. But anyway, does he look alright? Yeah, I think he does. He looks more like a chipmunk now. I would say he looks more like a chipmunk. He's a one-off bunny in this book. There's no more repetition of any bunnies in this book. I do turn my book. I don't turn my, you know, I don't try to adjust, you know, his legs, his feet. It's white. It's got white fur. So I'm going to just leave it as like, now I'm going to use like a French grey tan to have his fur here. Yeah, and his eyes over here as well. So it's not too white, but now it looks a bit too grey. Then I'm just going to bring it the beige eggshell over like that. It's fine. If I don't like it, I'm going to rub it off later. But anyway, so I am going to color in his light umber. I'm just going to flick. Oh, sorry. flick. It's not in shot. Yeah, now it is. And I'm going to use sepia. Sepia is like a sort of a dark brown. And I'm going to use yellow ochre. Her colors are more of a yellow ochre on screen. That's what I see. So I'm just going to add in more. Yeah, I think this looks more like a chipmunk now, so I'm going to blend this out a little bit with the light umber. Poor bunny looks like a chipmunk. Yeah, because she's got lots of like more lines here, so I'm just going to add this follow the lines and follow the direction of the hand, really, basically the fur. and just flick. This is like the behind of the feather, so I'm going to use sepia or dark brown. I could use dark brown. Yeah, dark brown will do. Dark brown, any dark brown. It's nice. And yeah, just going to add more dark brown here. Dark brown. Yeah, I think it's fine really. So dark brown. But anyway, just flick dark brown under his arms. These are his arms, like so. You know the hind legs, the front legs. His arms, and this one looks like his arms. So yeah, I missed out his tail. So mineral orange. And yellow ochre. I'm gonna just slightly yeah. Now, what am I going to do with this line here? Probably either just leave it or, you know, add more lines, like, you know, to cover it up. And the only other way to color it here is to use some mineral spirits. I've got this, which I'm going to attempt to use slightly later, but then now I'm going to just leave it. So this is like light umber for the bunny. And just get a little bit more shadow, sepia. His body. Yeah. So this one, mineral orange, I'm just going to fill in the gaps. A little bit more now. And flick. Flick. A little bit of a pumpkin orange. yeah. And what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm just going to use this light umber, you know, just to bring it all in. The important thing is to go towards the flow of the arm or the animal, something like that. Don't go against it. Yeah, and be fine. This part here is a bit, you know, it shows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, look for my blending solution, and I'm going to come back. Yes, I'm back with my gum salt, not gum salt, sorry. Just a tiny bit. I think it's a bit dried up now, actually. There's zested, just a tiny drop. Okay, just put the lid back on. This is just a gem pot, you know, very old gem pot. So I'm just going to blend it in, so hopefully it works. Blend the colors in, yeah. Or another way you do it is by using a watercolor brush. Sorry, not watercolor brush. Watercolor, similar color of a watercolor pencil. That would work. Yeah. Use our watercolor pencil, which of a similar color. See, so it blends in. I do not want to blend in too much because I still want the shape of the fur, really. So if I do this, it's going to, you know, blend everything in. It becomes too smooth, which I do not want. So this brush, I just keep it for purposes like this. So now once it's gone, I think you can see that the line is gone. I'm just going to, you know, let it dry over time. That the gum salt or the mineral spirit zested just work and dry out. It will dry out. It will smudge. This is actually another page, which is a mistake, a printing error. So it will dry out. It will, you know, just dry out. It's fine. Just leave it. Let it dry out, and then I'll come back in the next clip and I'll do color it back in. Yeah, so now the gum salt has already, all these mineral spirits, it has evaporated. I would say evaporated, not dried out. It was just evaporated. Just got to wait a while. And then you just go over it again, darken the lines with your pencil. Brown, no, I'm going to use light umber, the same one which I used over it. Yeah, so it will somewhat help to cover up the lines. See, yeah, blend in. I'm going to use a mineral orange over it. And a sharper pencil would be great. I'm going to sharpen my mineral orange now. Bear with me. Hand crank sharpener is the best. But you know, many artists just use they prefer to use the old method, the, you know, the small sharpener. You can do that, you know, the comb sharpener, whichever sharp way that you sharpen your pencil, it's totally up to you. It's fine as long as it works. I like the hand crank. I carry the hand crank everywhere. I've got a few hand crank sharpeners in my, you know, everywhere. Yeah, So I think my bunny is looking fab. Now his ears, I left his ears out, so I'm going to color in with henna slightly. It's a very light shade of henna. Henna has got her very pinkish tone. Yeah, and I'm going to just color it in with pink rose. And yeah, just blend it out. No hard and fast rule, and this is peach. Yeah, just leave some white spaces, which Makiko did in her coloring, you know. So this part here, she left it as white, so I'm just going to use a tiny, the light, slightly lightest French grey tan, or light grey, warm grey tan, and just give a bit of a hue to it. Then probably I'm just going to give it a green ochre, sort of another sort of a greenish grey brown sort of color. Yeah, just to tie everything in. And white, optional. I would think it's optional. And just give it a little bit of a dot here, so that it shows a little bit of a light sauce sort of thing. Yeah, voila. So this is my bunny. What do you think of my bunny? I think he looks all right. It looks probably a little bit of like a rat or a chipmunk here, but well, so yeah, I'm going to zoom you out a little bit. Yeah, so this is how much I've colored in the bunny. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, just give me a cheeky thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, I would wish you subscribed. And yeah, I'll see you in another video. Take care. Till then, take care and happy coloring. Bye bye.